Hi, I'm Patrick Bird, and this is episode 53 of The Sit Down.
Thank you and welcome for joining us tonight. It kind of messed me up a little bit too, but we were talking about how you're originally from Prince Albert.
Right?
Yeah,
born and raised in Prince Albert.
Yeah.
And I've just been here my whole life. It's like the music scene here was pretty much all I ever had growing up.
Right. So when you say that's all you really had growing up, like, was it always your genre of music is, how does that classified? Electric?
Yeah, electronic.
So were you always doing that, or were you like in other bands, or how did you end up doing what you're doing is what I'm getting at.
Oh, okay. So yeah, back in the day I used to be in a metal band. I used to like just ride around town doing little shows here and there. And that was pretty much all the only music scene that was here at the time was the metal scene. So I was really heavily into that. Had a band called Dreadship, and we toured around. The furthest we went was Winnipeg, and then after that, I just kind of quit the band. I was kind of sick of the whole band life and the partying and all that kind of stuff. So I moved away, and then once I moved away, I started focusing more on the softer side of music, the more chill, relaxed, chill beats kind of thing. So after that, when I moved back to Prince Albert, I decided to start up a new SoundCloud for my solo project.
Oh, nice. Uh-huh. And so how long ago was that when you moved back to PA?
I think that was like 6 years ago.
Right. Sweet.
Yeah, man. As I was listening to your album, I was playing it upstairs in the dining room, and my wife was like, "Yeah, I can sit down, have a drink, and just chill,
isn't it?" Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah. So where did you get the inspiration to do this kind of music, like from heavy metal to electronic and chill out beats? Is that because you were so sick and tired of the heavy metal that you were like, okay, I need to step back?
Yeah, it started with I wanted to find more comforting music to go to bed to instead of blaring metal going to bed. So I decided to search it up, music to fall asleep to, and I discovered lo-fi and all these artists, Idealism, Mount Fugitive, like Joji, and all those kind of like more chill bands and stuff like that. After I found them, I just completely took a 180 and started writing more soft music.
So do you still listen to metal or?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll have my days where I'll start blaring like Pantera or like Black Sabbath or something,
if it's one of those days, you just need to.
Yeah, exactly. Or playing video games, like I do a lot of that too, so I'll play music while I'm doing that.
Yeah. What kind of video games?
Oh, I play everything, from like Call of Duty to Skyrim, just a bunch of adventure games, shooting games. I love every type of video game there is.
Right.
Do you have a Twitch account?
I did, and I started it back in the day, but I just kind of gave up on it. I just I didn't have the appeal of having people watch me and listen to me and all that kind of stuff. And it's weird as a musician, that's the one thing you want, but when it's video games, it's me screaming, especially I'll play horror games, right? And I'll be screaming at the top of my lungs, just scared, terrified.
That's awesome.
That I think that kind of stuff would actually be entertaining to watch.
Yeah, no, it would be. I know my sister's got a kick out of it.
How difficult did you find like that's such a like congratulations on the nomination for on the awards. Did you find it like I'm really not familiar with that genre of music at all, right? And Saskatchewan, we're not that big or anything, but did you find it difficult like getting known in that genre? Like from starting out to being nominated for the award, right?
Yeah.
Like how much
I would definitely say I did find some difficulty in it. Definitely like because like in Saskatchewan, it's all about like country music, you know? And like if you're gonna make it in this province as an artist, you tend to go towards country music. But for me, I didn't want to steer that way. My dad went down that road. Back in the day, he just played bars and stuff like that, nothing too crazy. But he was a countryman, and I just really want to steer clear from that. I love his music, but I'm not gonna.
It's not you.
I'm not gonna play it myself.
So if you're playing, like, doing what you're doing, is it like, can you go, like pre-COVID, like go to the pub and play a set or something, or like how does that?
Yeah, no, I have everything set up on my iPad so that it'll just be like my vocal tracks are taken out and my guitar track is taken out, and then I just play those live and then have everything else as like a backing track kind of thing.
Right.
So it'd be like a, I don't know, more like a like Joji experience.
Right. So it's not like the EDM DJs that hit play and then
no
scream in a microphone, oh, jump, you know, it's not like that.
Yeah. No. There's a bit of me that still loves the live playing and like live guitar and everything like that. So I would definitely be playing live guitar and probably bass as well.
Right.
Cool.
Sweet. I didn't listen to the full album.
Shame on you.
I know, but I definitely made it around 3/4 into it. And I think my favorite one so far was the 8:40 p.m.
Oh yes.
Was probably one of my top ones.
See, sure. I don't really pay attention to names of songs.
Like the titles?
Which I probably should.
Well,
I sound smarter than I am now.
Right. Well, I don't neither, but when it like catches my attention, I knew like you were coming on the show, so I'm like, I better know the name of this one, right? So that's kind of how I know it. I'm saying I do more research than you do, if you want to call that research.
Yeah. No, but I got, and especially with the light behind you now and the photography that you had on your album, I really got and it's wrong, but I got an 80s feeling, you know, the David Hasselhoff type Knight Rider era.
Yeah, neon lights.
Kung Fury or whatever that show was.
Kung Fury.
Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, I like to have a nostalgic feel about a lot of my photography or like my videos. They'll also have that VHS effect to them, or you know, anything to bring the nostalgic factor back in. I was a 90s child, so I'm 27 now. So yeah, lived through the 90s, loved it all.
Sweet. Yeah, I think we all lived through the 90s, but what school did you go to in
some lived through the 90s and some survived the 90s.
Yeah.
So school, elementary would be Queen Mary, and then high school was St. Mary's and Carleton.
Oh wow.
Yes. I didn't finish high school because I was like, I was too about the music life, and I was just like, you know what, I don't want the typical job that they're gonna offer me anyway. So like, what's the point of going through? Not saying that you don't go to school,
but
definitely go to school.
Yeah, but okay. What? Yeah, but don't go to school. Do what you want.
But if you have dreams and aspirations that are past what this curriculum can give you, then why not? You know?
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Definitely.
It's funny, actually. You just interviewed my old music teacher.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah,
Nice.
that's my old music teacher.
Hey-o.
Oh,
that is so cool.
Yeah. Maybe she's watching. Kaylee, if you're watching, drop a comment.
How many people you got in the chat right now?
8.
Well,
nice. 8 people watching, but they're not saying much. Come on, people.
Actually, my dad was telling me that I might get this all messed up. I think her husband, Brock, is his name, right? Was that his name? Is a nephew of somebody from around the St. Louis area. Anyways, I don't want to name drop, but anyway, you know how it is. Somebody knows somebody who knows somebody.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
For sure.
Right.
Especially in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, definitely.
7 steps removed or whatever it is.
From Michael Keaton, or not Michael Keaton. The guy in Footloose. What's his name again?
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon. 7 steps from Kevin Bacon or whatever. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but doesn't that apply to everyone?
It applies to. It probably could. It goes with any actor or whatever. They're like no more than 7 steps away from Kevin Bacon.
Oh, I thought that was a not just a Kevin Bacon thing. I thought that was in general people know.
No, man, it's just Kevin Bacon.
Alrighty then.
Frick.
Yeah. Hey, so how does that work? Because the Saskatchewan Music Awards, right?
Yes.
First of all, how do you get nominated? Can you nominate yourself, or does someone else have to nominate you?
Well, in 2019,
how does that work?
So in 2019, I was nominated by, I think it was possibly NBC Radio that put my name towards the juries. And then the next year, they highly encouraged me to nominate myself. So they gave me a link, and then it just goes through the process, and you put up like the songs that you had released throughout that period of time, and then and then right after that you just submit it, and it's very, very simple.
Cool.
Freaking rights, man.
NBC, that's interesting, because that's not exactly a station that would play your music, would it?
They do every once in a while. I do have some songs that are more towards like the singer-songwriter sounding kind of thing, so that's usually what I submit towards the radios and stuff like that. Like my song Almost Midnight is one song that I submitted to them, and also Falling for You from my first album. It was another song that I submitted to them.
Okay.
The album I that you sent me that I was listening to, is that like the latest one? Like how old is that one?
2 weeks.
That one's just 2 weeks,
right?
Yeah, just 2 weeks.
Nice. And there's a couple. Am I wrong in thinking there's like some collaboration in there? Like I noticed that there was some like a song. Was it For Her or something? And it was like featuring so and so.
Oh, Just For Her's featuring Subsolar. That's my buddy Adam Martinez in Florida. And there's also Tattletale. That one is my buddy in Illinois. And Admire is a secret artist that I can't really talk about. Just for future reasons and stuff like that, releasing and all those kind of things. So that one I'm producing for her. And so there's Red Bar recording.
Yeah, so we know it's a she.
Yeah,
it's a she. That is the one thing.
Is she from Canada?
Yes.
Oh, we're narrowing it
down.
You
gotta watch out with him. He's fishing.
We'll find out who it is.
Yeah, that's freaking deadly. How do you collaborate with them? Are you guys just like sending through SoundCloud and stuff like that? And
so usually what I do is I'll because I do everything on my iPad, like all my music is created on my iPad. So what I'll do is I'll usually take all those files, like the tracks individually, and send them to my friends, let them manipulate them or just cut them up or whatever they want to do with it, and then add their instruments, and then they'll send their instrument just solo track on its own back to me. And then once that's back to me, I just input into my project, and it's all ready to go.
All on your iPad?
Yeah, all on my iPad.
That's freaking deadly.
So if your iPad dies, you have a problem.
Yes.
Do you have an,
I make
do you
sure
have an
to like
iPhone?
do it every 2 years.
So I was gonna say too, listening to that, I was getting like, I wanted to ask you, would you be like wanting to have that type of music like in TV or commercials or video games even? Like what's the main goal?
So
like I said, I'm not familiar with electric music that much, right? Because I'm
It's
a metalhead
electronic.
too, right? So
Electronic music.
electronic.
Yeah.
What do I keep saying? Electric?
Electric.
Yeah, electronic. My apologies.
Not a guitar.
But yeah, like what's the main goal there? Is it to like have it in the background of a movie or all of the above?
well, hopefully in the future, what I'm really hoping for is to play shows after COVID is like dies.
Yeah.
Hopefully in the future score movies and stuff like that as well, because that would be really, really fun to do.
That was the word I was looking for, was scoring movies, because I was thinking of that too. Like it seems like that, you know, the sounds that you hear, like the score in a movie, that's exactly what I was thinking of when I was listening to it today, and in commercials and stuff like that. That's where I was placing it, definitely.
Yeah, that would be such an awesome, like there are some companies now that are doing lo-fi beats in the background of their commercials. I can't remember which ones right now. I think it's Chef's Plate or something. But yeah, they are like, there are some companies that are having lo-fi beats playing in the background, and I think they're starting to realize that there is a market there. I know Pepsi has jumped on it and made their own lo-fi radio.
Pepsi
right here.
shout out again.
Yep.
We've been trying to get a Pepsi sponsorship for a year now, and no luck.
Not yet.
It'll come. It'll come.
Yeah,
You're
sure.
more confident than we are.
Definitely.
So, did you mention where you moved to for a little bit?
Cumberland.
Cumberland House.
Oh,
That's up. That's
know the
north,
name.
right? North
Where-
of Prince Albert, like way north.
Yeah, that is like 4 hours, 4 to 6 hours north.
Right.
Oh.
I used to ship. The funny thing, I used to ship Coke there. I used to work for
We'll cut
PA
this out for
Bottlers
Pepsi.
in Prince Albert, like
Yeah.
back in the day. And I remember like signing the pallets to Cumberland House and loading the trucks. Yeah, I used to load the trucks at PA Bottlers. I just grew up in St. Louis, so not too far from Prince Albert, actually,
Oh, okay.
where I'm from. Yeah. But I graduated in 2000. So yeah, he's older than me, just for the record.
Only a number.
But yeah. So yeah, used to work in.
Yeah, that's right.
What do you got? Brain fart?
No, I'm still stuck on that, the Saskatchewan Music Awards. So you were nominated, but you didn't win, right?
That's right.
Yeah, no, I wasn't able to win. The competition was, well, no, I shouldn't say competition, but the other nominees were like, they had their stuff together, and I was like, yeah, no, like I'm very, very honored to be like nominated, and I'm absolutely so like ecstatic about it.
Has there been a shift or a change in anything since those awards? Like, have more people like us been reaching out to you or anything like that?
So nothing like I had you guys reach out to me. I had some new followers for sure on my Instagram, but yeah, just besides those two things, that was pretty much it.
Right.
Cool, we got him.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are your plans for the future?
Plans for the future. So I still like, I have so much music backed up on my iPad. So I have like probably another album or two planned out. And then once COVID dies out, I'm hoping that to play some shows. I think I applied for the Saskatchewan Jazz Festival.
Oh yeah,
because I do have some songs that are more jazzy. So I figured that would really, really fit the theme.
That's what it is. Okay, so in Holland, where I'm from, we have jazz. What's it called? Jazz. Jazz on the Beach or something, and it's on the beach, and they play jazz and lo-fi beats and electronic chill stuff.
Like combined or separately?
They have several stages,
right? Okay.
And but they're all on the beach. And so when I was listening to your album, that's kind of where I saw myself, the outdoor patio, lounge chairs by the beach or on the beach, having your music in the background and just
chilling out.
Yeah,
definitely summer music, right?
Yeah,
I got that vibe too.
And he released it in February.
Saskatchewan.
Oh, it's just to get our minds into summer mode, because summer is coming.
Summer is coming.
Eventually.
Yeah. Feels like a long winter.
Oh my God.
Oh,
well,
does it ever?
Actually, I didn't think it was that bad. It was just the last, 2 weeks where it was so stupid cold.
Yes. Where I was outside doing photography during those days.
So is that your day job?
No, actually. So I don't have a day job. I just later on in life, I figured out that I had fibromyalgia, and that was one thing that was like really, really detrimental to like my health and everything like that. So, I am on disability.
Okay.
So yeah, I just do that, and then I just tell them like how much I make from music, and then they just dock it off of my
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're still doing photography. Is that for yourself or?
Yeah, just purely for myself. Memories, Instagram, like they need photos, and I definitely need photos for like promo and all those kind of things. So definitely, like I'm just like a one-man marketing team here.
Sweet.
I think those are the best marketing teams, because you know yourself better than anyone else.
You don't have to worry about stepping over anybody or on anybody.
Yeah, or someone telling you how to Instagram,
or to giving you deadlines
for no reason.
Yeah, there's a reason. He's talking about me, for the record.
I am totally.
I kind of got that
vibe.
When Mark ever says he's got to do something, I'm always putting a deadline on it for him. It doesn't get done.
It does get done, but just not in your time frame.
Yeah, it gets done slowly.
We can argue about this all night.
I'm scrolling through here because I shared an article. I took a screenshot of something this morning, and I can't find the article, that Saskatoon was funding. It was like $12 million or something for an outdoor festival thing.
Yeah, I just saw that. It's like a little tiny. They want to like make a little grounds, I think.
Yeah,
something to do with that.
I didn't quite read the article, but I knew it's very expensive, and people are tripping over it. That why is the city spending money on that and not fighting homelessness? So I'm like, that probably has everything to do with budgets.
Yeah.
And there's a different budget for homelessness fighting.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Councillors unanimously back downtown Saskatoon festival site. So the plan to build a $12.8 million festival site in Friendship Park between the Broadway and traffic bridges.
Mm-hmm.
This is what got, out of this whole article. That's great news and stuff, but it says, next line is, now appears all but certain to proceed. That was the one thing that threw me off in that whole article. Who says all but certain? That's confusing.
So it's not certain.
That's what I think, but it is certain. That's why, like, why would you say all but certain? Because it makes you think that it isn't certain. I know, right? Who's the author here, or the journalist? I don't want to
throw him under the bus.
Alex McPherson.
That's not how you write an article, Alex. What is it? Is it certain or not?
Right? What would you say? Why wouldn't you just say, like, this is happening? Like, they're going to do this. But instead of saying it's all but certain. Isn't that confusing?
It is. It definitely is.
Yeah. All but certain means everything is certain except that.
Except that. It's not certain that they're doing 12.8 million, but in real, like, they actually are.
But did you read the rest of the article? Maybe he's right.
I skimmed through it, but then that was early this morning.
So is it happening, or is it?
I feel like it is.
Or is it really all but certain?
I'm all but not certain that it is. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, no, that'd be sweet. Like, I mean, to have outdoor concerts and stuff like that. But what the hell happens in the winter? Then you can't use it because it's too cold or what?
Yeah, no, that makes no sense at all.
Maybe they'll turn it into some sort of skating rink or whatever. I don't know. Read the article.
Yeah, I'd have to just go to the Star Phoenix.
But yeah, they can only make money on it for what, 6 months out of the year, maybe? No, 4 months out of the year.
Now, and are they not enclosing it because of COVID? Because if it's closed in, like why, like
they wouldn't throw 12 point whatever million at a project that's probably going to be finished in 2 years because of COVID. I hope not, anyway.
I guess I should read that article, right?
But then again, Saskatoon spends 12 million on that, and PA can't have a second bridge. Let's talk about that.
True that. Where is the second bridge?
Yeah, we don't need
broken promises.
Yeah, we don't need a road to the north or anything.
Exactly.
I remember a long time ago talking about like having a toll booth on that bridge.
What?
Oh man, if you charged everybody 25 cents to cross that
you
bridge,
had that idea.
You would have the money to
okay.
Well, especially by now, because this would have been like 20 years ago we were talking about that.
The way you were talking about it was like way back in my day, we had a toll booth there, and I was like, what?
No, we were talking about
okay.
It was just like water cooler talk, right? Like put a toll booth there and charge 25 cents because there's a lot of traffic that goes back and forward there.
Yeah. That's a thing you have to do though. Like every time.
Lots of families up north, lots of like we are the gateway to the north. So a lot of people have to go through that bridge.
And pretty much the only way to get there is through that bridge.
Well, yeah. Yeah. You know what else is kind of a piss off, a little off topic here, but like how many like if you ever pay attention driving through the city.
Which one?
Anyone.
Okay. And
you look at how many passengers are in a vehicle. And 9 times out of 10, it's just the driver.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So basically every person has a vehicle, and then we're like, just like I'm thinking pollution wise, like that's insane. That's a lot of pollution out there. Don't you think?
Right. But if I drive to PA, I need to do something. Me.
Yeah. You selfish.
Do I have to pick you up?
You should. What a dumb conversation. But it's kind of right though.
Well, that's why they have carpool lanes in the States and in Europe that you can only use if you have a passenger with you.
And you can go faster.
Well, because there are not a lot of people that have a passenger, that lane is almost empty.
How do you think they monitor that?
Cameras.
And they just mail you a ticket?
Yep.
Oh man, I went to PA and back. Today? I almost feel like I saw you walking outside like a couple hours ago. Maybe. Just from your hat. Were you outside a couple hours ago?
Yeah, no, I was taking a little stroll around and doing some photography.
Were you kind of by like Dunn Drive?
Yeah.
I saw you. I totally saw you. And the only way I recognize you is because of your hat.
Yeah, no, totally.
That's funny. I was picking up my son.
That's not creepy.
I pay attention when I'm out and about. I take a look around.
So you had a celebrity sighting and you didn't ask for his autograph?
Yeah, I had my son with me, and if I would have stopped, lost his shit. But but yeah, that's funny.
That's crazy, yeah.
I forgot where I was getting at with that. We're talking about pollution and driving. I don't remember where I was going.
And then I saw the speed trap again on Highway 2 South.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, that reminded me. So on my way to PA today, man, the cops were freaking everywhere.
Yeah.
There was, the speed trap.
Yeah.
Yep. How many sets of lights did you see going off?
None.
I saw 3.
Because I was driving the speed limit this time.
Right. I saw a guy pulled over on my way to PA. before the first set of curves, right? So just past
PA?
St. Louis Bridge kind of thing.
Oh,
There was a
okay.
car pulled over in that area. And then after the old CKBI building, do you know which one that was?
Yep,
Kind of by
yeah.
like Davis Road. There was another guy pulled over, but like coming towards St. Louis. And then on my way back from PA, there was one on that between St. Louis and PA pulled over there too. Again, 3. I saw 3 cars pulled over today. Yeah. Giving out tickets. When's the last time you got a ticket?
Really?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks? How about you?
Don't drive. I walk everywhere.
Nice.
You can still get pulled over.
There are days.
Good old PA. I was talking to someone new to the city that kind of freaked out when she saw an arrest in progress with guns pulled. She was kind of freaking out. I'm like, well,
No doubt.
you're in PA. It happens.
Yeah, but not that much.
No, but it's not surprise.
If you see, like, would you not be freaked out if you saw like guns drawn?
Not really.
Really?
As long as they're not pointing at me.
Would you stop and watch, or would you just go about your day?
To go about my day.
I'd probably stop and watch.
Oh, same here. I'm such a nut. I'm horrible for that. Like neighbors are fighting. I'm just outside, like brushing the lawn.
Yeah, definitely.
I have to go. I have to do something outside. What's going on there?
Right. Hell yeah. So what you got going on like in the coming months? Like you said, you're producing out of are you in a house or an apartment, or where are you at?
Yeah, no, I live in an apartment. So I just like every day I just write music. That's pretty much all I ever do.
Right. And where do you draw your inspiration from mainly? Like, is it just an idea in your head, or do things like, is it everywhere when you go for your walks and stuff? Do like things will not trigger you, but kind of give you an idea?
Yeah. So usually like when I'm writing music and stuff like that, I'll start with like thinking of like a vibe. Usually that's the first thing I start thinking of. I think of a vibe. I want to go with that. And then like for Dancing to Lo-Fi, which is one of the songs on the album, I just wanted the vibe of just the two of us, like that kind of chord progression. So I found the chord progression, I snuck it up, like chopped it up and like made it my own, and then played it on guitar myself. And then that's where I came out with the whole song and the whole vibe. And then I was like, it's a little slow because I didn't want it like that. It's supposed to be a dancing song, so I upped the tempo, and that's the way how the song came to be.
Nice. Cool. All on your iPad?
Yeah, all on my iPad.
That's freaking cool. Do you have an iPhone?
No, I don't. I actually have a Samsung. It's funny.
Oh, good choice.
Yeah. Do we got anybody chatting?
Nope.
Pretty quiet in the chat. How many people are there?
11 people watching right now.
Hi, guys.
Hi. Say hi to Patrick. I'm always curious to see who is chatting.
The live on YouTube thing is still relatively new for us as well.
Yeah.
This is the third time that we do it.
We try to do everything. We try to do something new every time, so that we don't look too professional. It's
so that every week we look like we don't know what the hell we're doing, right?
Yeah. No, I feel that. I'm new to this whole thing too, so.
Yeah.
It actually turned out to be pretty easy because just like on Zoom, there's just a button that you click and it automatically goes live to YouTube.
Oh,
that's awesome.
But yeah.
Yeah. So basically we're trying that and seeing if it's generating activity there. But like I said, the stuff at the front is chopped out it's more of a behind the scenes for people who tune in live, right?
Yeah.
And then if they have questions, they can ask it live. So what I was wondering earlier, and I didn't ask yet, because the whole lo-fi music isn't really, I shouldn't say isn't the thing, but is not as popular as other music genres. Do you feel that you're gonna get, or you're having more fans outside of Saskatchewan?
Oh yes, definitely. Like I would say that like the majority of my fans are in the United States, actually.
Okay.
I have a Spotify for artists, and it allows me to see where people are listening from and everything like that. So I take a look at that usually every day, and then I'll just like see that my stats are going up. I have like 12, almost 13,000 monthly listeners. And a lot of those people are in the States, around the world, just everywhere, really.
Except Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Canada ranks third in the most popular country.
Okay. Huh. Interesting. Do you see a lot from Europe? Because I have a feeling that this is more a European vibe.
Oh yeah, definitely a lot from Europe. Yeah, there was a where is it? I had a remix that went really viral. And Michelle Fawn used it, and she's like a YouTuber with like 9 million subscribers. And she found it and she used it for one of her Instagram videos. And right after that, it just blew up. I was just getting notifications. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like freaking out. And I realized that it happened. And then after that, there's a person, there's like a bunch of people in Europe now that listen to it. A lot of people in the United States love it. Los Angeles is one of them. Hollywood is another one.
So is it, did you know she was going to use it, or is that part of her Instagram story where she just randomly picks, or maybe not randomly, where she picks the music and it happened to be your song?
It happened. It was from Sailor Moon. So there's a remix of the Sailor Moon theme song.
Okay.
And then right after that, like it started gaining traction on YouTube a little bit, because that's what I marketed it as, like the Sailor Moon theme song remix. And a lot of people loved it. A lot of people have that nostalgic factor again. So they started watching it, and then I think that's where it started like picking up on Spotify, or not Spotify, SoundCloud. And once it was picking up on SoundCloud, that's when she found it. And she didn't tell me that she was going to use it. She just used it. And I was like, yo, can you take me? Like, that'd be totally awesome. And it's really hard to get to celebrities, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
You weren't like, hey, pay me.
No, definitely not.
No, it's, I think that's well, maybe not the future, but a big part of the future, where they call it influencer marketing. So people, usually models with big followings, if you can get in with them, that they, for example, if
it's like piggybacking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's for you, for example, your music behind a video of an Instagram influencer will get you somewhere.
Yes.
And I think, in general with products like drinks, like we're endorsing Pepsi all the time, but
for free,
we're nowhere near being an influencer.
Not
but
yet.
if we had 9 million followers or 15 million followers, and we would say, hey, drink Pepsi would see an increase in sales.
I bet you if I stop drinking Pepsi, they'll see a decrease.
Obviously.
Yeah.
If you
we're on freaking Spotify and all that too, right?
Yeah.
How's our numbers on there?
So we don't have an artist account.
Okay.
Because it's feeded. Wow. It's fed automatically from our podcasting platform. Yep.
Right. So then what does that mean? So like you can't track it then or what?
Exactly. We only track whatever comes in through Podbean.
Aha.
And for us too, the US is
We're bigger in the States than we are in Canada.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
For the audio, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I can probably look that up on YouTube too, where our viewers are from.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
As I'm doing it, audience.
We had Fallon Bowman. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
Last week.
And she definitely has like the Twitch account, and she does the same thing, like playing video games a lot on Twitch. And she was saying like you can actually like generate a source of income from that.
Yeah. No, you definitely can. There's a lot of people that do Twitch streams of like their lo-fi sets and stuff like that. And that's one thing that I was thinking about doing, but I need to buy some more equipment definitely to get into that market.
Right. Do you have fiber optics where you are? You guys do in Prince Albert, right? In the city?
Yes. Yeah. I'm pretty damn sure we do.
I think you do too.
Man, so you and I, because we're in a rural area, we're always about like, the
internet service.
Huh?
About the internet service?
Yeah, and how am I going to get, what kind of internet do I get, and how fast is it, and yada, yada. And in the city, it's just like, Sastel, just hook me up, whatever.
Yeah. So like, what's really crappy is how like the internet, like what, if I can ask, how much do you pay for your internet a month?
Man, I don't even remember. It's like, I let the wife deal with the bills.
Right.
So like usually like what I think it is around 200, something like that. But it's like internet and cable included. So
right.
Yeah, that's one of those internet packages that we can't have.
Yeah, we can't have that here. So we have to pay for it individually. And like right now, my internet's like $120 a month, I think. But if I had the same quality of internet in Prince Albert, it would cost me like $20 a month.
Yeah, no.
But because we're rural, we got to pay like $120.
But Starlink is available now.
It's what?
Starlink is available.
Okay.
Yeah. A mutual acquaintance of ours signed up for his package.
But is it up? Like, is he using it right now?
Not yet.
Yeah,
because it's not shipped yet.
That's
but
right.
he signed up, and he,
yeah.
He's
well,
just
Elon
waiting for
Musk
his
was
package
on
to show.
Rogan again a week ago. That was a good one. Took me a few tries to watch that.
Do you smoke weed again?
No.
Oh.
No. But yeah, I like that guy. What do you think of Elon Musk?
I don't know. He's eccentric, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's one way of putting it.
To say the least, right?
Yeah.
I
think
think
a car in space.
Yeah. He's obviously super smart.
Oh yeah, definitely. A really smart guy.
And now that he's on paper the richest man on earth, how many people are gonna turn on him because he's rich?
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah,
who
honestly, I
cares?
don't think so.
What's that?
I said honestly, I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah.
he cares.
No.
Yeah. I sure heck wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
See how I'm trying to watch my cussing?
Yeah, good job.
That's like twice now. I
Wow.
stopped myself.
Does it hurt?
Yeah. It feels weird. Feels like hitting a wall. Mid-sentence, hitting a wall.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say I wish I had that kind of money, because what am I going to do with that?
Careful what you wish for, right?
Yeah. I mean, but
Oh, you know what's going to happen here? And I'm not jinxing myself by saying this, but that home lottery, like the
that again?
Yeah, they sold out early, man. So the draw's early. So I'm going to be winning $2.5 million house here next month in about 4 weeks. Just so you know,
And
I'm
then
calling it right now.
what are you going to do with that?
Sell it. I'm
Can
not
you?
even going to go look at it.
Can you?
I think you have to like live there for a year, technically. You could sell it right away, but then I think you got to pay like capital gain tax or something. I don't know. I
Okay,
need to
then
look
you
into
pay
it.
that. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, but if you just hold it for a year and then sell it, then you don't. I think you can
Then you have to pay property taxes.
Yeah, but you get 50 grand on top of the house. So use the 50 grand to pay the property taxes for the year.
Oh,
Who cares?
where's the house?
I have to look it up again.
Saskatoon?
It's in Saskatoon. Yeah,
Oh.
it's freaking huge, man. I did like the little virtual walkthrough.
I don't even want the house. Too big.
That's why you sell it. It's $2.5 million, man. I wouldn't even go look at it. I just sell it. Who cares? Then I'm set for life.
What would you do?
In that situation?
Yeah, not
Honestly?
$2.5 million, but winning that house in the Sask Home Lottery.
Oh man, I don't even know, because like I would probably sell it as well. Like, but it would be on the market for a long time, I think.
You think so?
I think so.
I think so,
it would
because
sell like that.
like I don't know how many millionaires we have. I know we have a few in Saskatchewan, but I'm not too sure, you know?
Oh, I think it would sell like a hotcake.
Even if I could get a mortgage for $2.5 million, would I buy a big house like that?
Yes. If you could get a mortgage for $2.5 million, I think you could definitely afford it.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
Like you probably, here's the thing. I feel like to get a mortgage for $2.5 million, you have to have $2.5 million.
Right. But still, if I have $2.5 million, would I spend it on a huge house?
Maybe
I mean,
if you had $20 million.
If you look at big rock stars, whatever, they have mansions, but why?
For tax write-offs, to avoid taxes.
Have a big house for that.
You got because if they use it as a business expense somehow, then it's a tax write-off, and then I don't know. I'm sure there's something there that's why like Johnny Depp's got 20 properties and $1 million houses and stuff, because he makes too much money. So he's got to you can't just invest it all. You have to find loopholes and certain ways to do it. And property is one of those ways.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's why celebrity have a lot of property. And it's not just to have it, it's to get the tax implications of it.
Oh, but it's also just to have it.
Well, I'm sure that's a factor in it, but
I mean, Nickelback sings about it.
Yeah, like I'm sure if my money problems were having too much money and I need to buy more property, like I would not be bitching about it at all. I would take that problem all day long. Oh, I make too much money. I can't spend it fast enough.
Yeah, how about you give it away to people?
Well, and that's just it. So you can give it away, and that's another tax, like donations. You get tax receipts on that.
Oh, that's actually. Do you know the Bell Let's Talk?
Yes.
Oh yeah, the campaign.
Yeah, sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's devil's advocate flip side on that.
All right.
What if they're just using it so they can donate money so that they don't have to pay taxes on it?
I don't follow.
Okay, so for every tweet or message or whatever, they donate, what is it, 2 cents per message or whatever?
Something like that. Or if you watch the clip or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a donation. So they don't pay taxes, or it's a write-off.
Mm-hmm.
But they attach their marketing to it. They could just do the donation.
Could they though?
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe by viewing that or sharing that, it's generating some sort of income.
How?
Same as like listening, ad revenue. Yeah, ad revenue, or
But that's the thing though. If I tweet with the hashtag Bell Let's Talk, nobody's paying for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
somebody's making money somehow.
Sometimes I'm on Twitter too much, and I read things that kind of makes sense.
Like conspiracy theories?
That's pushing it, but things like that make you think,
Right. Things like that make you think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just no.
Oh, you wanted to correct me on my language?
I did, but it made sense
Yeah.
after I repeated it. So yeah. What do you think
About what?
about them using the Bell Talk thing to just as a tax implication to avoid?
Could be possible. You never know with big companies. Like, I don't know, a lot of big companies, they have their loopholes and everything like that they can go through to avoid costs.
Right.
Rich stay rich, the poor stay poor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely do.
Which isn't right.
No, but some of the poor people don't want to listen. They just don't want to listen.
That's true.
And that's why they stay poor.
Yep.
So it's not all about, I don't know. I'm sure generational things are in there too, right? Like generational wealth. Right?
And so there's also, again, on Twitter, the discussion going on that Jeff Bezos, he's so rich. No, actually, that's a bad example because he does treat his workers like shit.
Elon?
He's not getting hate for being rich yet.
Okay.
But apparently he's very hard or very difficult to work for. Like, he has his
expectations.
He
and
throws
deadlines.
fits. Huh?
And deadlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that makes sense.
And then if you don't make the deadline, you're fired.
Well, and I think he's in every right to do that. He's the boss, man.
Yeah.
He can run his company the way he wants to.
Yeah.
If you tell me to do something and I don't do it, would you fire me? Maybe that's a bad example.
Not after, not before a warning.
Right? But what if your warning is there are no warnings? Like even Tom Cruise gave those crewmates a warning, right? And then they quit anyway. Remember where he's like, if you do it again, you're fired.
And then they walked off.
And then there was 15 that quit anyway.
That's their own.
We're not shutting this movie down.
Did you hear that? Tom Cruise, they were shooting Mission Impossible and some of the crew members were not wearing their mask or whatever it was.
Yeah. Do you remember that? Like a couple months ago or a month ago?
Yeah.
No, I don't actually.
So yeah, they're filming this is I think it was a month ago.
A month, 2 maybe? No, a month ago.
Anyways, on the set of the new Mission Impossible movie, like you have to be 6 feet apart and masked up and stuff. And there was some of the crewmates that were apparently looking at one of the computer screens and they were close by and Tom Cruise lost his shit, like flipped out and threatened to fire them if they do it again and all this stuff. Now, apparently he's getting robots on the set to monitor if people are like not following restrictions.
What?
Yeah. Like $1 million robots to make sure people are following protocol.
Oh, he's gonna make money on that movie, so
he's not shutting it down.
No.
Yeah, good one.
Are you a movie fan?
So I used to be back when I was younger, but over time music just really took over my life, and I just that's all I ever do is I write music, I play music. That's all I do.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same. We used to watch lots and lots of music or movies, and now it's just I don't even have the time for it. And even if I do, I fill it with something else.
Right. I haven't watched many movies since my son was born. I bought another one recently, and it's still wrapped in plastic. Remember Idle Hands?
Sorry, I'm reading the chat because apparently it looks like the chat wasn't working for a while, and now it does.
Ah.
So chat's
working. Really? I see it working now.
Yeah.
What do we got going on in there? Hey guys, sorry about the chat not working.
Patty cake. All right.
That's one of my old friends. Or that's Seth. That's Tattletale. That's the guy that lives in Illinois.
Hey-o, shout out.
Mission Imposing 35. The Terminator arc.
What?
I don't know. We were talking about Mission Impossible.
Right. So I was asking, do you remember the movie Idle Hands?
No.
Do you remember that one? You might be too
Yes.
young for that. Oh, you know it?
No, I got it.
Sweet. Yeah,
I
I just
love that
bought that
movie.
one.
Idle
Frick
Hands? With who?
Devin
I can't remember the
Sawa,
main character's name.
Seth Green. Freaking your girlfriend. What's her name?
Jessica Alba?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she's in
I
it.
mean, oops.
You were the first one to swear.
Dang it. You should put a swear jar here.
We got one.
Yeah. If this was our swear jar.
Yeah, Jessica Alba's in it. You should come over. We'll watch it.
Oh, you should just lend it to me. I'll watch it here.
No, I didn't open it yet. I can't do that.
Oh, is it a new movie?
No. It came out back in high school.
Yeah, back in the 90s.
So it's all about
classic movie apparently.
Yeah, well, I guess, man. I
That's what
think it
they're
was
saying
like
in
the
the chat.
20 or 25th anniversary, I think is what I bought on Blu-ray. But so he's like, what's the saying? Idle hands is the devil's playground or something like that.
Yeah,
Right?
something like that.
That's how the saying goes.
1999.
So his hand like has a mind of his own and starts killing people.
Oh, it's a horror movie.
Wow.
You know I don't like horror movies.
It's not, I don't know if I'd call it a horror movie.
But young Jessica Alba.
Seth Green's in it.
Hang on. Before I say anything, how old was she there?
Yeah, right. Is she underage? What were we talking about? What's her face from Bad Boys? Was underage when she did that stripper scene. Megan Fox.
Right. Oh, she's in the news again. Did you hear that?
Something about Machine Gun Kelly, right?
No,
Yeah.
something about her not wanting to wear a mask. And it's her rights and yada yada. And apparently it's a photoshopped Instagram post. She didn't actually say that. Anyway.
What do you think about the no news, or how does that expression go to?
Ever seen
Like no news is bad news, or
Samurai
or
Cop?
publicity or whatever?
Oh,
Like if people
I
are
think-
talking
Bad
shit
about
about
you.
you, yeah, like I mean, is that
Still-
still a good thing?
yeah, it's still a good thing. Yeah, I've heard that before.
Right. What are your thoughts on that? Do you agree with that or disagree with that?
Honestly, like
Depending
I
on
wouldn't know really, because like there are people that don't like my music and they're like, I get thumbs down on some of my YouTube videos, and it's like, okay, well, there are some people out there, but they're not making a voice for themselves or anything. They're like saying why they thumb down my video,
right.
But you know what? Those people are usually, or a lot of times, just trolls.
Yeah,
They're
no,
Just
definitely.
They're doing the thumbs down to be the first one
To-
or the only one to be the thumbs down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
in YouTube. I'm the comments. Joel gets a little.
I can't
antsy.
look at them because I get pissed off and I want to like fly off the handle. But
Yeah.
and I don't know why. I take it too personally. I
Yeah.
take it very personally, so I just don't even look. And I'm always like, oh, I don't care. They can say whatever they want, but I do care, man. It hurts. It sucks. But whatever.
So Tattletale is asking if we've ever watched Samurai Cop.
Who's in it?
Don't ask me. Ask him.
No,
Wait, I'll Google it.
I don't think I have. I've seen Maniac Cop. I remember that one.
Oh, 1991. Holy.
I remember Maniac
How
Cop
old
with
is
Bruce
that?
Campbell.
How old is Tattletale?
He's the same age as me.
Oh. Initial release 1991.
He's a movie fanatic. Like he watches so many movies.
Oh, right on.
Melissa Moore, Matt Hannon.
Let me see the picture. This
is-
guy looks familiar. I
Yeah.
think he was in Maniac Cop.
Yeah.
The Robert Zedare. I might have seen that.
This one.
I might have seen that.
That looks like a terrible, terrible movie.
Look up Maniac Cop. Yeah,
If
have
anything,
you
he
watched
would be trolling right now.
what's Wolf Cop? That's not a terrible movie though.
Yeah, be careful what you say about Wolf Cop.
Did you ever see that one? Filmed in
Never
Saskatchewan?
came-
Oh, gotta give that one a Moose Jaw. I think they filmed it. I haven't seen the sequel yet though. Yeah. Was anything else in the chat?
So, which one's more of a comedy?
Oh, I think that was the Idle Hands.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Chantal, is that related to
Yeah,
you?
that is my sister.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Right on. So okay, what is the plan moving forward here? Like we know that you're always doing music like 24/7, right? Out of the house. Yeah. And you're wanting to play sets and gigs when allowed after COVID and everything. But in the meantime, are you like submitting your music anywheres to like try and getting it played, or like we were talking about earlier, getting it on a video game or a movie, or like if you
like
a big following in LA, Hollywood, like I would think trying to get it in like some TV productions or something, right?
yeah, no, definitely. And like one thing that I really am doing right now is just like whenever an opportunity comes up, I jump on it. Or
Yeah.
like Sask Music, they have a lot of opportunities that are coming up as well. But like I don't know, I feel like that's more geared towards like country music or like, other types of genres. And I feel like those opportunities aren't really like going to be useful for me.
Right.
Yeah, but if you don't shoot, you'll always
Yeah,
know.
that is true. That is true.
Yeah. Have you done, what's your thoughts on like the online thing, like the streaming?
Oh, I love it personally. Like I think that it's awesome. Like I think I think at the end of the month here I'm going to be like releasing another remix and everything like that. Another popular one on YouTube, the Howl's Moving Castle remix, which is another movie that's like one of those inspirational like um inspiration for my music. Like
Right.
I love the music in that movie. It's just beautiful.
Cool, man.
So in the chat, Anna is asking, what's your favorite song on the new album, an Untitled Tale, and why is it Dancing to Lo-Fi? Because that's the track he's on, right?
Yeah. He plays guitar in that track.
So what's your favorite song on the new album?
Wow. The new album, I would have to say I've been going crazy.
Remember, Title Tale is in the chat, so careful what you say now. Sorry. Continue.
Definitely I've been going crazy because it's more of a like deeper song than what I could portray with the lyrics and stuff like that. So like the lyrics are baby, I've been going crazy, and I feel deprived. And the lyrics behind that were really about feeling deprived about self-love and feeling like, just not really feeling like myself, all that kind of stuff. Feeling like I'm going crazy about not liking myself or liking my music or anything like that. Like that's one thing I struggle with a lot is my self-worth and like all those kind of things with my music.
I think that's pretty common in artists, right?
Yeah, you're usually your own worst critic, or
Right,
is
enemy.
that the
Your own worst enemy.
Yeah, well, maybe not enemy, but your harshest critic, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, we reached out to you. So,
how did you come out with the name 8:40 p.m. for that track? Was that what time it was when you made that song?
Yeah, pretty much. It was like I needed a time, and I was like, I'm just gonna look at the clock right now. Like, and there's this another guy, the Deli or the some other guy, and he has a song that's just a time. And I was like, yo, I want that. Like, I want something that's like that. So I just decided to come up with 8:40 p.m.
Right.
Cool.
There's who's that band who's got the song? Isn't it 3 a.m.? Oh, that's Our Lady Peace, right? 3 a.m.
There are lots of songs with
This a time.
Yeah.
No, I like it though. That's cool.
Okay, Tattletale is upset now.
Is he?
Yeah, because you didn't say dancing to lo-fi. And Anna is asking, what's the easiest song to ritter? And she can't type. That's what she says.
To write.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So the easiest song, I don't know. That's really hard to say because there are times where I just sit down and like it's like boom, 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 and like I'm done a track and it's 3 minutes. It's got 20 layers to it, like 20 tracks are like the max that I could do on GarageBand is 64 now. Back in the day, it used to be only 16.
Right.
So how long does it usually take you to write, on average, a song?
I think half an hour.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Half an hour, and then I'm done. Then like I have a full song fledged out, ready to go, and
that's
ready
the
for
nice
release.
thing. That's the nice thing about electronic music, because it's all on your computer or on your iPad, and all you need is inspiration and quick hands.
And away you go.
Idle hands.
Idle hands, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way
Yeah.
how it feels, man. Sometimes it feels like the songs just write themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Way back in the day, I did some of that. Nowhere near good, period. But I dabbled in
And beats?
in beats.
Really?
Yeah. It was
Do you have any of that kicking around?
no.
Could you find it?
Maybe.
That's funny.
Friend of mine seems to keep every embarrassing stuff, every embarrassing thing. I might have to ask him. I just made this song 5 minutes ago, Tenacious D.
That's right.
Yeah, that's definitely something that my family says a lot. Is like they'll make jokes like that, like, "Oh, I just wrote the song 5 minutes ago."
Yeah.
I always come over that they're like usually the first, besides my wife, like the first ones to hear my music, and I'll always like get their opinion and like, "Oh, what do you think?" And it's hard with family sometimes because they're not like they don't want to crush you, you know.
Right.
No one be like, "Oh, it sucks" or anything, and they don't. They never do that. But I would love the absolute honesty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're always gonna say, "Oh, it's amazing. It's like you should be on records and everything like that." Like
you're like, thanks, but
I'm like constructive criticism.
And then you ask, but how do you really feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What do you got going on?
Anna is your wife?
Yes, Anna is my wife.
Yeah. She says, yeah, he goes to the studio, I have a nap, and I wake up and he has 3 new songs.
Nice.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
So the studio, is it just like in your apartment, or do you have like another location? Right?
No, it's just in my apartment. It's just like corner of the. It's supposed to be where the dining room is, but like I just took it over and just started putting my music stuff in it.
Right.
Yeah. Are you still in touch with your bandmates in the heavy metal scene?
No. Well, sadly, we had a falling out. So,
okay.
It was just like they just wanted to do the drugs, the alcohol, and all of the partying, like all that kind of stuff. I wasn't about that life anymore. I was sick of it. Like every time I drank, I got sick. Every time I like did anything else, I was like it made me feel ugly, you know. So I live a sober life now.
Right on, man.
So, but are you still in touch with maybe not your bandmates, but artists in different genres?
Like every once in a while, I'll like message like old friends or something like stuff like that. But usually they're all just busy with their own life, you know, like life goes on. So I don't really reach out.
So you should hit up Kaylee.
Yeah.
Maybe the two of you could like do a collab or something.
Yeah. Maybe you can use her for piano.
That is true. She is a great piano player.
Yeah.
I remember back in class when it was like really like she would have to play a chord out and we would have to guess it, and like she would make it very difficult for us. She knew the days that we were slacking, so she'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna make it more harder on you guys.
Nice.
Now the dirty laundry comes out.
How was she as a teacher? How was she really?
She was a wonderful teacher, though, honestly. There were like days where I was being like a little shit or something, like playing the marimba without the proper tools or something, and she'd come in and get mad. But nothing like serious or anything like that. It was always like, don't do it. Just don't be an ass.
Right.
The regular teenager crap.
Yeah, exactly.
We've all done that.
Back then I was hyperactive too. Like I was jumping off the walls, like jumping off of chairs.
Okay, so to get back to the being in touch with other artists a little bit, I was actually going somewhere with that. So because you can make a song in, I don't know, half hour or less, do you get the idea, or do you get the vibe from other artists that have to be in a studio for a full day, create a song? Do they look at electronic differently? Like, do they kind of look down on it? Like, you know, well, you can whip out a song in half an hour. What good is that? You know, that I'm thinking that, but I
definitely like one thing that like I will say like is it's just the way how it's just a different form of recording. That's pretty much it. Like because like what I'm doing in the half hour is I'm laying down a guitar bass line, the guitar, like actual electric guitar, sometimes acoustic, vocals, and then I'll write out the drums on my piano, or sometimes I'll add keys and drums. So it's pretty much the same thing that you're going to do in a studio. It's just that I'm just really efficient at it.
Yeah.
How do you lay out the drums on a piano?
So with pianos, usually they're all like programmed so that the middle C, I think it is, or the octave before the middle C, is the bass drum, and then the D is the snare, and then the hi-hats are usually like the flats and the sharps.
I can show you upstairs. We have a electronic.
Interesting.
Piano.
I am so like I do not know how to play any instrument at all. I just love listening to it. That's all.
Yeah, our daughter, she's 10. She is having her piano lessons right now. Well, not right now, but she's doing piano lessons. And
that's great. No, definitely, that's great.
At home. She has a teacher in Montreal, Quebec, somewhere.
So they're like virtual lessons?
Yeah.
Interesting. Why wouldn't you just do somebody local?
Because it's someone we know. Well, someone Jennifer knows, I guess.
Right.
But it's yeah, I mean, there are plenty of teachers around here and BA and whatever, but we just happen to run into that person. And
cool.
Yeah.
Definitely later on in life, like if they want to pursue music or anything, make them go to St. Mary's.
A good music program there?
Yeah, definitely. Like before Skamaraski was in, I always say that instead of her first name. But it was Mr. Tate Penna, and he was like, that was my first experience of music class. Was I went in there grade 10, and they were making me do a grade 11 program because they knew that I was good at guitar. And they're like, okay, well, do you think you can handle it? I was like, oh yeah, I think I can. And then he took me under his wing and really just taught me a lot. He taught me jazz. He taught me like rock and all those kind of things. He really loved the Beatles. He loved a lot of like old music like that.
Was that your first instrument? Was the guitar?
Yes. Yeah. My dad played guitar, so I just like naturally was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pick it up too. And then he had an old blues book that would teach you like the beginnings of tabs and like all those kind of things. So I would just learn from that book, and then I learned like little blues licks and all those kind of things. And that's really where it started, was blues for me.
Sweet.
Well, the blues is kind of where well, no, that's not true, but that's where rock and roll started.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I'm very interested into your genre, because I don't know, like, if I'm being honest, I can see myself listening to it like when it's faint in the background, like he said, on a beach or something, when I'm, like we said, being chill, trying to relax. And then I can, like I said, I can also place it like in the background of a movie or a game or something like that. So I think after listening to you throughout the day today, like, I'm going to be noticing it a lot more, where I might not have noticed it like a week ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't pay attention to that shit when I'm watching TV or see it in a commercial. I'm not paying attention to the music in the background, except for that Trimclad commercial. That thing is awesome. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. What?
There was a commercial back
Don't feel
in the
bad,
day.
because that's normal. That nobody knows what he's talking about.
It was a long time ago.
What
and
clad?
It was a paint commercial.
Oh.
And the jingle on this commercial was so freaking catchy, man. I think this is it.
Oh, you shared that not that long ago.
I did. Why isn't it working? You know that? Do you recognize it?
No.
No,
oh my
I
God.
don't.
That makes me feel old that you guys
groovy,
don't know
though.
that.
But that was before I moved here, so I have an excuse. What's yours?
Yeah.
He's too young, wasn't watching TV.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
But yeah, so like, I'll notice something like that in a commercial or whatever, but I won't notice like the background stuff, right?
So I grew up on, my 90s were all electronic music. So you have your 90s grunge phase kind of thing. That was all electronic, from Eurodance to rave and hardcore and everything in between.
What do you think of that song that I don't even want to sing it, but actually keep talking.
You might have to.
And I don't know if I can play it. Probably not. It's like
oh yeah, no.
That's the stuff you were listening to, or what?
No. Actually, you probably know Two Unlimited.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
It's for they always play it. Apparently, they always played it at hockey rinks. Get ready for this. Is
y'all ready for this?
That one. That kind of stuff. That was. I saw them live.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Yep.
Oh, that was your jam?
Well, not that one, but that kind of. Yeah.
That's okay. Very good. Used to hear all that shit at the Raider games, man.
Yeah.
I used to have season tickets to the Raiders back in the day.
I used to love going to Raider games. They're so fun.
Right? It got to a point I was just going there to look at girls. Is how that ended up. But yeah, the same music all the time. I haven't been to a Raider game in years, though.
I feel like I need to clarify. Those were not the jams. It was that kind of music.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Maybe that's good that you clarify that, because every time I'd look at you, I'd be like, ugh. But that one song, it's like, I don't know. I don't want to get into them, but yeah. Very cool, man. I think we're gonna put a cap on this though. It's 9 o'clock here.
Oh wow.
If you're okay
no,
with that.
definitely.
Time flies.
Right on. So
Wait,
where?
hang on. Maybe people in the chat are having a last minute question.
Yeah. Do we have any diehard questions there?
We're gonna have silence now.
No dead air. We had some dead air already. While we're checking the chat for questions, Pat, where can people like find your music the best? Like, where should we direct them to?
So definitely, like, one place is like YouTube, best place to go. Spotify, Apple Music. I'm available like literally on all platforms. My first two albums aren't on Instagram Music, but like my most recent one, 2021, is available on Instagram Music.
Do you have a website?
Cool. I do not. I have a link tree that just makes it easier just to put that in.
Okay, so we did get a last minute question here. If you could collaborate with anyone you want, who would you want it to be?
Oh wow. Definitely Joji, I would say, because like he's one of my biggest inspirations as an artist.
Okay.
Very cool.
Oh, Anna, I have to disagree with you on there. No, she says Spotify is superior.
What do you use?
Tidal.
Oh, you use Tidal?
Yeah.
You're the first person I met that used Tidal.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so my reasoning behind that is that I saw, again, a tweet. I'm on Twitter a lot. Anyway, I saw a few artists saying, kind of explaining how much they made on their Spotify, and they need like whatever 700,000 plays to make like $1 or whatever it is. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's something ridiculous. You need a million plays for pocket change, basically. And then I started looking into, okay, well, if Spotify is paying out so crappy, there must be a platform that pays better.
Yeah, and
Tidal is. So that's the only reason I switched to Tidal. They also have Tidal pays for their music, and Spotify does too. But Spotify pays less than Tidal. But so people might be surprised, but Napster, from back in the day where you downloaded your illegal movies and whatever, that turned into a music service now, and they pay a ridiculous amount. But I have no idea who uses Napster. I couldn't find anyone that uses Napster as their music platform. So I went to the second best, and that was Tidal. Yeah, it's like 0.0004 cents per stream. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you need 4,000 streams to make $1.
Yeah, and Tidal pays double.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's my plug. I have no shares or anything, no stock in Tidal. It's just kind of my way, because I'm always playing music anyway. Might as well, pay them double what Spotify would use.
Right. And I'm pretty much just YouTube. I don't have Spotify. Well, that's not true. I got the 3 free months of Spotify, but it's not I don't use it to listen to music. I've only used it twice. I got it because Bill Burr was on Joe Rogan, and I wanted to watch that episode. So I got the 3 months for free with Spotify, so I could watch that episode. And
for
then
free or for 99 cents?
No, for free.
Oh,
I got 3 months for free, and I think that's coming up here right away. And then I watched the one with Elon last week or whatever. Otherwise, I don't use Spotify. If I'm listening to music, it's YouTube. I don't know.
YouTube pays too, right, for music? But
yeah, there is ad revenue for YouTube, so
but not a lot.
Not a lot. I think they pay worse than Spotify.
Yeah.
Right.
So should fix that, Joel.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
I mean, $10 a month.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do.
I pay 15 for Tidal because I have a family plan.
Right now, I'm not paying anything though.
but you're also not paying artists.
That's not true because I buy merch and I buy albums.
Yeah.
So I'm like supporting that way
Yeah.
as opposed to like streaming.
Do you have merchandise available?
No, I don't. I was thinking about doing a line or something like that of shirts or like hats, but I just really thought like, well, who's gonna really buy it? Like, it's just like people all around the world. It's gonna be like really hard for shipping and everything. So
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, I just figured that like, oh, it's an extra cost, you know.
Not if you can make money on it.
There's some ways where you can do it where you don't have to do like a mass production of it, where you can like they can get created as they're purchased, right?
I actually got started with Vistaprint. That might sound stupid, but with Vistaprint, it's very limited. You get, I think, 3 colors shirts or whatever, but you can make your own design on it. And then when somebody places an order or wants a t-shirt, you just go to Vistaprint and change your delivery address to whoever ordered the shirt. And then Vistaprint sends the shirt to them. It's a little bit of a manual process, but I mean, that way you don't have inventory. You don't have to buy something up front, and you can support and it's not that expensive either. Like shirts are like $15 total or something.
Yeah. One weird thing is that like the less money I make, the better. Because like at the end of the month, I do get docked for my pay and all that stuff. So like, definitely like those kind of things are like, once the streams start bumping up and like getting higher and higher, then I'll start doing stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do it where you pay what you get paid, and then
that is true.
Your income is zero.
And still promoting.
I think that goes back to the rich get richer conversation. I'm sure there's like some loopholes where you could like figure it out kind of thing.
Yeah.
On how to do it. But yeah. Okay, so we got the platforms going. Everybody in the chat's good?
I think so, yeah.
Right on.
Everybody in the chat good?
So just so you know, for future reference, if there's anything, like if you got something new coming out and you want to come on and talk about it, just hit us up and we can schedule another evening with you.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Right on, man.
Cool. Thanks for hanging out.
And, thank you.
We'll chat again soon.